Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus giving you draft champions, guys. I like to play draft champions just because I don't really have a lot of time to dedicate to Madden Ultimate Team or MUT gameplay. So draft champions I feel like you get more kind of an equal playing style. It also kind of eliminates a lot of things. I want to talk about basically a scheme that I'm rolling on offense and defense. This is a Chiefs playbook. I haven't played online in a couple weeks. Just because of my schedule and stuff like that. So I came out really rusty right here. I forced the pass into triple coverage, which was probably the biggest bonehead play that I've done in a long time. I don't know what I was thinking when I actually did that. And I got myself in a situation where I was like, when you play draft champions or MUT or whatever, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you do any kind of turnovers. You have to be super clean on offense and defense and make really good clock management decisions. And this is going to be a game about clock management. I'm already behind the 8 ball because I actually turned the ball over within the first 2 plays of the game, and that put me in a massive disadvantage against my opponent because he's getting the ball in the second half. So I just want to kind of talk about game management, and if you do get yourself in a situation where you could potentially not make good decisions, you want to make sure that you play the game correctly and play to win. So right here, I actually drop it down once again, just not making very good reads, not making good decisions right away in the scheme. Now the scheme I'm running is a scheme that I have on my Patreon, which essentially is just a twin tight end formation where I'm jumping from a couple different formations. And it's a good type of a scheme to use when you're playing something like draft champions. Now here was a bad decision. 4th and down situation. I quick audible. As a result, he gets edge pressure and puts me in a situation where I'm actually down by 2 possessions potentially right here. So this is just another situation where I played poorly in the first quarter within the first couple possessions, not making my reads correctly and just and making bad decisions. And in this type of situation, my opponent getting the ball in the second half is going to be in a situation where essentially he can go ahead and go up by 2 possessions and get the ball in the second half. So that, and when you're playing 30-second, 30-second time clock with 4-minute quarters, that is a death nail to actually winning games. So this guy should be in a situation to win it. Right here, I actually bottom him up. He actually doesn't make a really good read. He's using a deuce close against me. I go into cover 2 shell right here in a 2nd and 10 situation and try to send the dogs after him. He runs the ball off to the side with a stretch play. Nice little juke move right there with his running back, and actually goes ahead and gets it into a 3rd and 4. So now, I think this guy was in the Chargers playbook because Chargers essentially has that tight I-form type formation right there where the guys are actually really close. He takes off this quarterback. Doesn't make a read right here. This is the biggest bonehead play. He can go up by 2 possessions. He can be up 10-0 in this situation. He tries to dive the ball right down the middle of my defense, and I'm able to get a stop. So 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. I'm thinking, just get myself into scoring territory. If I can tie the game up, that's great. Make good decisions. Work the clock down as much as possible. I've got basically 80 yards to go on this drive. Hit him with a nice little 0-1 trap. If I would have got just one better read, I probably would have popped that for a bigger run. Outsider here, cut it back in, get a nice little block shed. Or basically broken tackle right there. Now I jump into this play that I gave up a touchdown previously, and right here I missed the over-the-top touchdown, but I take off my quarterback. He's running man coverage, and anytime you have guys running man coverage, you can run with your quarterback, and the defenders are going to follow their man. So that's something you want to pay attention to when you see a man read with this. Got a crossing play. This is one of my favorite plays in this formation in this Chiefs playbook. It's got a nice little crosser that you can attack for a big gainer. So now I'm getting in close distance right here for a field goal. I use this pitch play, which is it's a speed option play, and get a nice little missed tackle right there. Get the ball down to the 12-yard line. I'm going to start running this clock down as much as possible. I don't want to leave this guy with any time whatsoever, so I can do a nice little inside zone and get the ball down to the 5-yard line. Still working the clock, and you can see me, I'm chewing it down to about 3 seconds before the clock. I do a nice 0-1 trap. Chewing the clock down once again, 10 seconds left, 20 seconds right here. I got myself a little wheel, flat route, and a corner route, and I'm really looking for the wheel. That's going to be my area to go because all the defenders are going to get pulled up, and right here, Dalvin Cook takes the ball in. 12 seconds left. He couldn't do anything with it. Now, I'm kicking the ball back off to this guy. Is in this type of situation, if he would have took his 3 points instead of actually going ahead and going for it and fourth down, that type of situation, he would have been up by a score with another chance to go up by another possession. So that's just poor clock management by him, and he should have never done that. So right here, I go ahead and hit him with a man play. I actually play the ball and knock it out. 3rd and 10 situation. I think I'm still running this nickel normal defense, so I'm gonna try to start developing this defense, which is going to be a mixture of basically man coverages with zone coverages and stuff like that. Base play, I'm going to call out of the huddle, is going to be the palms, but I'm going to use protect the sticks to get my guys to fall up a little bit. And right here, he hits me with just with a trips play, and hits me underneath with Elliott. He's able to go and pick up a first down. So small little plays underneath, you could pick up some pretty good yards against protect the sticks. Right here, back to man blitz right here in this type of situation. He actually motions this guy over. I've got basically 7 people coming in, and really there's no running room whatsoever, but he's able to go ahead and fall forward for a few yards right there. So going to basically cover 2 shell. I got my guys bunched up. He's actually got a nice little run off to the edge. Get him in a 3rd and short situation. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and send the house after him. Make sure he doesn't hit me over the top. Probably should have pressed my guys down. He makes a nice read with his running back and actually hits that little route to the outside and actually picks up a first down. So that was a good, fast read. This guy was not a bad player. He just made bad clock management decisions more than anything else, because I should not have been in this game. He should have been basically going ahead and closing me out right now. So now I go ahead and switch up my coverages a little bit. I got basically a couple cloud flats out there actually, and basically he's able to go and fall forward with that. Once again, running the same type of a coverage. I got a curl flat and cloud flat off to the left. He goes in and runs the ball. Once again, my defensive line comes down and pretty much bottles that up. So he's not really getting a lot of good running room right here. Back to the same thing. He's got a swing route underneath. Everything else is locked down, and there's just nowhere to go with those 2 defenders with the swing route. So 3rd and 6 situation. I go with a man blitz, and I put some seam flats out to the outside. I've got to watch the inside wide receiver. He's my read. You can see I don't get out there quick enough, and he actually dots me up with the perfect read right there. My defender does not fall back into a cloud flat, and as a result, he's able to go ahead and get himself a touchdown. So this is exactly what he wanted to do in this type of situation. So here's my goal: clock management. I'm going to go ahead and try to take this ball down, get essentially a touchdown, go for 2 in this type of situation, and try to go and get the win. Technically, I should not be in this game because I made a lot of bad choices and bad reads initially, and as a result, my opponent should be up by another possession. But because he got me back in this game, and because I feel like I stole this opportunity to win this game, I'm going to go full balls out. There's no reason to take this into overtime in this game. So little whip route underneath. I really love this play. It's just a very unique play. You don't see a lot of people play like this in a lot of different playbooks. Go with the 0-1 trap. Look at the blocking right here. I'm able to go ahead and get the ball down. And I'm just chewing this clock down. I'm going to take it down to a 2-minute warning. Got a little wheel route flat off to the right. That's my fast read. No one there in the area. And if I can get 7 or 8 yards every time with a wheel route or with a running back, I'm going to go and take it. Taking the ball, the clock down to basically inside 1 minute and 20 seconds. I'm going to get this down inside 1 minute and just chew this clock as much as down. First and goal situation is not burn a timeout right here. I'm not trying to preserve any kind of clock. I'm assuming he's just assuming that he's going to leave himself some timeouts to be able to get this, but I'm taking this clock down as much as possible. He should have took some time out right there in this type of situation, but I'm able to go and hit him with the flip play once again with the speed option and get the ball in the end zone. Basically a situation right here where I've got basically going for a 2-point conversion. I'm going to jump into one of my money plays right here, and no one takes the running back. I'm able to go and score 2 points. So the opponent's got a couple opportunities. He's got 3 timeouts, 20 seconds to get the ball into field goal range. I'm just going to go over the top coverage. I'm going to protect the sticks with a cover 4. He checks it down underneath. If he wants to check it down underneath, he can take that all the time. He's only got 2 more plays left, and right here I go ahead and just try to cover up the middle of the field. He takes a shot up top. I got coverage over the top, and as a result, I'm able to go ahead and pick this guy off. He takes a shot up top to try to get in field goal range, which is kind of like the only opportunity he had, but because it did protect the sticks, he doesn't get it off. So I pull off a win against my opponent. This is something I should have never gotten, but it was all about clock management and understand that you win the game with possession. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. I'll be showing you some more gameplay with Ultimate Team. I think, or with Draft Champions. I think I'm gonna really focus on Draft Champions as gameplay, just because I think it's just a better mode and to do it. So if you're new to my channel and you're looking for tips and strategies, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Once again, thank you for your support. Until next time.